Okay, hopefully I won't make any more of those loud coughing noises, which often frighten people. And if you have questions as we go along, do the chat thing. And our main thing today, I've had so much trouble with my computer this morning. I'll have to reopen some of those files that I closed earlier. The main thing for today is to talk about the election of 1912, which was a little crazy. Probably not as crazy as one we're about to see. Who knows for sure? Although I think it's going to be pretty interesting, the one from this year. And the weekly question, which really has to do about the election of 1912. So easy peasy today. What else do I want to say? Oh, I've graded pretty much everybody's question 15. Except if for some reason you put it in a place where I couldn't see it, maybe in the chat or a document that didn't open. So if you got a grade of 1, that just means I couldn't read it. So if you were one of the people that put it in the chat, if you don't notice that I gave you a grade of 1, I'll go back and read it. I will. I just, if you can put it in the assignment section, that'll be easier. But I won't take points off. Also, if I've highlighted something like in the little yellow highlight, I started doing that because I don't know if this is a good reference for you, but you all write like E.E. Cummings, who's the guy, the poet that never capitalized anything. So capitalize some stuff every once in a while. I don't know. Maybe we already talked about that before. It's not bad capitalizing stuff. You can do it. Okay. Other stuff that I want to tell you, examples, specific examples are what I'm looking for in your answers. So, I'll keep grading. Hopefully I'll get everything done by tomorrow. So, you can proceed on with your other stuff. But specific examples, like some of you are talking about how somebody's racist or somebody's bad or somebody's crazy or somebody's terrible. We're not always as keen on that kind of language in a history class. I'm not saying you can't say it, but I'd rather see what he did that made you think he was crazy. Notice I said crazy. Guy, we're going to continue on with our sexist theme from last time, I suppose. Or if you think that an act was racist, if you describe the act, if you say what it did, we'll notice. So rather than sharing your opinion about something, show what it did. And then if you want to share your opinion, that's cool too, but give the details. Also, if you can write about stuff chronologically, in the order it happened, that'll help too. Like I was just reading, it wasn't, I did your class in the middle, but I was reading my third class's papers, and they would start off talking about the KKK and the KKK Act, and then they'd go to military reconstruction, and then they'd go to the bargain of 1877, and then they'd talk about the 13th Amendment, and then they'd talk about Lincoln's assassination. And it's like, that just gives me a headache. You have to talk about the stuff in order because cause and effect really matters in history. So if you talk about the stuff that happens first, it probably leads to the stuff that happens next. Yeah, there usually is some relationship there. Okay. Oh, I was checking the chat. I think the person that asked me if I got you, I got you. Okay, so just in case you don't want me to say your name out loud. All right. And I'll check roll again one more time before we leave, promise. All right. And if you have questions, somebody wrote something in the comments section, but I couldn't open it. So I'll have to go back and look and see who that is, and then maybe just send that person a specific email, but I don't know why I couldn't open it. So, all right. I guess I'm done talking about why I can't open stuff. And instead, we will look at the weekly question. Weekly question, you remember it. It's all about election. Can you see the weekly question? Yes. I'm going to assume that's yes. If not, I'm reading it to you. Compare and contrast new nationalism. Oh, somebody answered. Thank you. Compare and contrast new nationalism and the new freedom programs. Be sure to mention details of each plan, including who devised the plans and what they included. Okay. Now, what you'll notice, or maybe you've already noticed, because I know a lot of you are reading ahead, is that this is really a question about the election of 1912, which is our big discussion item for today. So this should all work out fairly well for us. Yeah, it should work out fairly well for us. All right, share the screen with the notes. Aw, the notes aren't here. Hang on one sec. Notes, not notes. Sorry. All right, notes, getting close. I don't know, my computer and I are not close friends today. I don't know that we ever are, really. Now, I have some weird computer. I think you would be jealous if you saw it, if you like computers. I don't know. But it's a gaming computer. And I've never played a game on the computer in my entire life. But somebody gave me this gaming computer. Isn't that the weirdest thing? That's weird. All right, let me try to share. You can tell I should not have good electronic equipment. I don't deserve it. I don't know what to do with it.